What's up, YouTube? This is Big Doula from the Lorekings, and today I'm going to talk to you about indie game design. The first thing I wanted you to focus on when, say, you, a group of your friends, classmates, whatnot, want to develop a video game is that in your mind you need to get it in there that you are now a business. And not in a business sense like, oh, we're going to be cutthroat capitalists and all this other stuff. You have to run like a business with organization, with structure, with goals, with expectations. And that's what I mean by business. When I first I wrote an article about this a couple months back. I got a lot of backlash because I don't think people heard business and they all of a sudden had all these negative connotations about corporate America and such. I'm not saying business in that regard. I'm saying business in structure, in purpose. Your purpose is to create a video game. And I think you have to make sure everyone on your team has that same purpose and has the same expectation that you may have. Because if you don't, the game will dissolve and it will not be able to get finished because expectations aren't being met and this wasn't all laid out in the beginning. The first step in creating a video game is defining roles. This might sound, trivial, easy, menial, but I think it's really important. Like, someone has to take over and someone has to be the leader. When a decision has to be made, everyone has to look at that one person and say, that's the guy that's in charge. This is the guy that's in charge of art. This is the guy that's in charge of programming. It sounds easy, but defining the role is good. If you have 4 people that are programmers / artists / producers / writers / concept artists and all this other garbage, you're doomed to fail. And you're doomed to fail from design and not doomed to fail because of talent. There's a lot of projects that have a lot of talented people, and that's why they think they can do all these different roles. But really focusing on who is the best at each is how you win. And I know everyone believes they're the best artist. I know everyone believes they're the best programmer. But being humble enough within your group of friends or group of classmates to say, hey, that guy over there is a better artist than I am. Let him be the main artist. That guy over there is a better programmer than me. Let him be the main programmer. This guy isn't the best at anything, but you know what? He can program enough that he can do some of the little stuff. He can do enough art where he can do the background art. And he can finish this up. And the one guy that's the best at coordinating everything, he can be the producer. Have a solid plan. Wow, this sounds crazy, Of course we have a solid plan. We're making a video game. And no, that's not what I meant. Have a solid plan. We're making this for Steam. We're making this for Newgrounds. Are we making this for, we're going to sell it off our own website? Are we making it for free? Are we going to try and put it on an iPhone? Google? Whatever you're trying to do, know what the hell you're trying to do. And know you can't make it for everything. Not if you're an indie game designer. That's not going to happen. You really have to focus laser-like, not shotgun-like, on what you need to finish. Third issue, let's just get to the point. It's money. Are you doing this for fun, or are you doing this to make a profit? And now I tell you this now, this needs to be discussed day one, ASAP. Whatever words you want to use to say this is extremely important. If you don't think it's important, then you are either naive or stupid. Money is a big issue. You might go in saying, oh no, I don't want to get paid, this is fun. Until you sink 400 or 500 hours into it, and then you're like, man, I want something back for this. So people need to understand before they go in what the return is and what the expectation of return is. Do some research on what these games are making, whether they're on Newgrounds, with the advertising type, whether it's a League of Legends type game where it's, microtransactions, or it's a Steam, Xbox Live type game where people purchase in resources. Okay, if we want to make this game for 99 cents and it takes 3 months to 6 months to make, how many hours a week are you working? Okay, you're working this many hours, I'm working this many hours. Okay, then I get this percentage. And I think that is a definite that needs to happen day one. It needs to be discussed before the game is before you even concept it. It needs to be discussed. Because then you can set expectations. Okay, you're making 10%. We need you to work 10 hours a week. Someone else making 30% might have to work 40 hours a week on the game. So in conclusion, when making an indie video game, you have to realize that you're really a business. You're creating a product, and you need to organize yourself in that manner. You have to understand what you guys are doing and how you're going to go about doing it. And organization's key. It's key to anything. So go to my website. I got a link below. I got a free design document for you guys to download. If you're thinking about doing indie game design and creating your first game, it's there. Take the design document, open up your head a little bit. You'll be able to see some things, and I think it'll help you out in the process, especially if you're a producer or you want to be a producer here in the future.